Today, we're diving into the truly wild story of Anna Delvey, and it all boils down to one fascinating question. How did one woman with basically no money and zero connections convince New York City's elite that she was one of them? Let's get into it. Everything started with this number, 60 million euros. That was the supposed value of a trust fund that belonged to this mysterious German heiress who just kinda appeared on the Manhattan social scene. And you better believe, with a number like that, every single door in that city swung right open for her. But, of course, here's the twist. That 60 million euro trust fund, it was completely made up. The German heiress was a ghost. So who was this person really? Who was the woman who pulled off one of the most unbelievable cons we've seen in a long, long time? Okay, so to really understand the scam, you first have to understand the character she invented, Anna Delvey, the German heiress. And look, this wasn't just a simple lie, it was a full-time performance. So on one side, you've got the reality, Anna Sorokin, born in Russia, grew up in a regular middle-class family. And on the other side, you've got the persona, Anna Delvey, the glamorous German heiress with a massive fortune that was, conveniently just out of reach. She wasn't just pretending, she was literally trying to erase her real identity and build a new one from the ground up. So how did she actually pull it off? I mean, it's one thing to come up with a fake name. It's a whole other thing to make the richest, most skeptical people in New York City actually believe you. For years, from about 2013 to 2017, she followed a flawless playbook. The accent was this kind of vague, hard-to-place European thing. Her wardrobe, always the latest designer labels. She made sure she was seen at all the right parties, with all the right people. But most importantly, she radiated this incredible, unshakable confidence. And whenever the bill came, the timeless excuse. Sorry, all my money's tied up overseas. And this right here, this is the absolute core of how she did it. The documents, the bank statements, sure, those could be faked. But the confidence? That felt real. She just acted like she belonged in every single room she walked into, so people believed she did. It was brilliant, really. Everyone just assumed someone else had already checked her out. But just hanging out with rich people, that wasn't the end goal here. Oh no. All of this was just setting the stage for something much, much bigger. This was her ultimate grift. Her big idea, her masterpiece, was the Anna Delvey Foundation, or the ADF. She pitched it as this super exclusive, members-only arts club for the mega-rich. This was way beyond getting friends to pay for dinner. Now, she was going after millions in funding for a company that was pure fantasy. And this is where she leveled up from a social scammer to a serious white-collar criminal. She went from tricking people to trying to defraud major financial institutions. She was forging documents, pitching this grand vision to huge banks, and she actually managed to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans against a fortune that literally did not exist. While she was busy trying to scam these huge banks, the damage was also becoming deeply, deeply personal for the people who actually thought she was their friend. Just look at this number, $62,000. That's how much debt one of her friends, a woman named Rachel DeLodge Williams, was stuck with after a so-called all-expenses-paid luxury trip to Morocco. Anna promised, of course, that she'd pay her back. The money never came. I mean, for a regular person, that is a life-changing amount of debt. You can only keep a lie that big going for so long. Eventually, the mountain of unpaid bills and broken promises, well, it all started to catch up with her. The whole house of cards really started to fall in 2017. The luxury hotels she was staying at were demanding their money, the bank started flagging her fake documents, and finally, the friends she'd burned went to the police. By 2019, the show was over. A jury found her guilty, and she was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison. So what did they actually get her on? Well, it really boiled down to two main things. Grand larceny, which is just a fancy term for stealing huge amounts of money, and theft of services, for all those unpaid bills at hotels, on private jets, you name it. But here's where the story takes another really weird turn. For most people, getting convicted is the end of the story. For Anna Delvey, it was just the beginning of a whole new chapter. $320,000. That's how much Netflix reportedly paid Anna for the rights to her life story. Her crimes literally made her a celebrity, which then became the hit series Inventing Anna. It's the ultimate irony, right? The fake heiress finally got a real payday for being fake. So it all comes back to the main question. Why did so many smart, wealthy, powerful people fall for this? Well, it really taps into some basic human psychology. Her confidence was just disarming. The designer clothes, the talk of millions, it makes people suspend their disbelief. No one wants to be the person who questions a potential billionaire. And maybe the most important part, everyone just figured someone else had already checked her out. And that kind of leaves us with this final big question to think about. Was Anna Delvey just a one-of-a-kind, brilliant scammer? Or does her incredible success actually say more about our culture? A society so obsessed with wealth and status that maybe we're all just waiting to be conned.